let's start with the most basic one of all, and I'm sure a lot of you might have seen this particular brewing method, which is called a mocha pot. Comes in various sizes and forms, but ideally what it does it helps you brew a espresso like beverage at home. So this mocha pot by this brand called Udal, it's a stainless steel mocha pot. Stainless steel means you can basically use it on a gas stove or in an induction stove as well. It has a few parts to it. There is a coffee chamber. After it's brewed, it gets collected over here. There is a filter basket where you are going to place your ground coffee, and there is a water chamber. So one of the key things that you want to make sure in a mocha pot is that this is something called a safety gauge. You don't want to fill up water past this particular level. So this 6 to 8 cup mocha pot, it's around 300 to 350 ml, not more than that. I'll be using finely ground coffee, around 25 grams. So let's get started. So one of the key things before you start brewing any particular coffee is to understand the steps. First thing I'll be doing before brewing my mocha pot is to start the water kettle, because that takes the highest amount of time. I'm setting it up at around 90 degrees. Next thing I'll be doing is weighing my coffee. So I make sure that every time I'm brewing my coffee, I always grind it freshly so that there is no loss of flavor while brewing my coffee. So I recommend whatever form of coffee you are brewing at home to invest in a really good grinder or a hand grinder, because the shelf life of the coffee will increase by a lot. For a mocha pot, I would suggest any kind of espresso roast should work, because ideally what you want to do is use this coffee to have it black or even with milk. So ideally you're going to dilute it. So a espresso roast of sorts will provide you the kind of balance that you're looking for while brewing your coffee. And the coffee that I am using today is a Omni roast. So Omni roast basically is coffee that is roasted to a certain level between say medium to medium dark, which can be used across any brewing methods. And the flavor profile will only change depending on the manual brewing equipment or an espresso machine that I am using. And if you want to understand more about the kind of grind size that I am using, it's fairly fine, almost like salt. So if you go in your kitchen and like pick up a pinch of salt and put it on your hand, just feel its texture. So if I put it, it should clump up a little bit. Next thing that I'm going to do is just put this coffee in my filter basket. And just stamp it down with my hand. If you don't want to do it with your hand, you can just pick up any tablespoon at home and just press this down a little. So I have an induction with me today that I'll be using. So what I'm going to do is just add in my water. I chose to do this mocha pot first because we have a few people helping me today and they haven't had their first cup of coffee of the day. So this particular method helps me brew multiple cups of coffee at a go. and it gives you the option of adding any milk or diluting with a little water. So I don't have to do multiple brewing methods for multiple people, and no one has to wait for their coffee to start their day. So make sure that you're using a cloth while doing this, because the water chamber gets a little hot. Just plug in your brewing chamber on top and make sure that it's tight enough so that there is no spillage. So the reason I am using a finer grind size of coffee is that mocha pod actually doesn't take more than a minute and a half to brew. So whenever you choose a particular brewing method which brews at a faster rate, you want to go finer on the grind size. And the temperature of the water also should be a little high so that the extraction is faster. So I'm just going to start my induction now, and you'll be able to see the espresso like beverage that's coming out. So the reason I am using preheated water is because I've noticed that while I am brewing a mocha pod, if I start from say a room temperature water, the extraction that comes out tends to be very bitter. So this way you get a faster extraction which is well balanced with great acidity and body. Your espresso has now started coming out, and you want it on till the final till like it starts spurting out as well. So I'll just close this for now.
Time required to brew in a method?
It depends. Firstly, what method you're using. Like I'm using an induction at the lowest setting. So for me, it hardly took around a minute because I also use preheated water. If you're using it on a gas stove, again use it to the minimum so that the extraction happens gradually. Should not exceed more than say 1 or 1.5 minutes. So for me, the whole thing from telling you what grind size to use, what kind of water to use, how much water to use, how to set it up, it took me around 10 minutes, 10 to 12 minutes, not more than that. So your daily coffee should not exceed that particular time limit.
Is there crema when you make it in a mocha pod?
There is a little bit crema, but again, you can't call it an espresso beverage because it's not made in an espresso machine, but it's pretty close. So yeah, if you wish to do say latte art and cappuccino, you will kind of get close to having an espresso machine. So what I'll do next is just pour a little out. You can have it two ways. You can, if you're a milk coffee drinker who's trying to transition to black coffee, you can just cut it down with a little milk. I usually like to have it by adding a little hot water. So this is what you call a long black. If you have any more questions for me in this session, you can definitely pitch them to me now. But we are very active on our social media handles as well. Instagram at Something's Brewing. Any questions that you might have, any more classes like this where you want us to address a particular manual brewing method, cold brews, espresso, just basics about coffee, history of coffee, anything at all. We have such classes going on. We'll try to do as many virtual live events as possible, but we have offline sessions as well at our multiple locations. Do send in whatever topics you want us to cover. Any more facts about coffee that you want us to know or address on an IGTV or anything. I hope this was a wonderful session. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope to see you guys soon.